Hat, sunglasses, Pepsi, notes, sources, thick skin. Check. You already know. Let's go. Golden Blooded is a college football YouTube channel for entertainment. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and let's get into our next college football video. Don't forget to send gear to represent your team. The address is P.O. Box 360, Liberty, South Carolina 29657. Yes, we are still doing that. Just wanted to put that reminder in there because I haven't reminded anybody here recently. You talk about a crazy story. Man, this story about Chris Beard abusing his wife is crazy. It's sad, it's crazy, it's terrible. My opinion of Chris Beard has plummeted. I do not think much of the guy anymore. Number one, you should never, ever put your hands on a woman. That's how I was raised. You just don't, there's no good reason ever to put your hands on a woman. I don't understand these guys that think that's okay. How do you think that? How's it, like, my brain can't even comprehend that. How would somebody even think that that's okay, much less actually doing it? Like, that blows my mind. It's one step to think it's okay, and then the next step to actually do it. I'm not even okay thinking about it. I don't even think it's okay to do it. So then on top of that, actually doing it, like, that's just going way too far. So my opinion about the dude is, he's a piece of trash. Chris Beard is a piece of trash. And you know what? I'm a West Virginia fan, and we like to do the horns down. We have a nice little rivalry going on in the Big 12, and Texas is going off to the SEC. But having said that, beyond that, Texas deserves better than a human being like that. As much as I don't like Texas, I do think that they deserve a better human being than Chris Beard. Now, the crazy thing about this story is, there was markings on his wife. At first, she said he did it. And then I believe it was a week later or something like that, she recanted and said, no, Chris never put his hands on me. That never happened. It was just a little squabble that we had. And I understand that that's par for the course as far as domestic abuse goes. So I understand that that's normal as far as in these cases. I don't understand why they do that. That's not what I'm saying. I just understand that happens a lot. The person that's getting abused in these situations often covers up and stays in the relationship. I don't understand the dynamics, but I understand that that's normal for the situation. So she comes back out and tries to cover up for him, basically saying that she lied in the first interview, because in the first interview, it sounded like she was telling the truth by saying, yes, he put his hands on me, this and that happened. All the proof backed it up, and then a week later she said, no, that didn't happen. He didn't put his hands on me. So she's willing to make herself look like a liar in the first interview just to cover it up for him. And a lot of people thought it was because of the contract that Chris Beard had with Texas as far as the money goes. A lot of people thought it was because she was scared that he was going to get fired and that money was going to go away. So she basically did it for the money. Well, I believe it was yesterday the news broke that Chris Beard has actually been fired from Texas. And the reason Texas has fired Chris Beard is Chris Beard has been charged and arrested on assault. So it is official. He has been charged with assault and he has been arrested. And now he's no longer the head coach of Texas basketball. This shows that Chris Beard has some type of anger issues. If it goes to the extent of you actually putting your hands on a woman, then you have anger issues and you need to address that. Getting charged and getting arrested, that is a consequence. But until you actually get help to address your anger, it's going to continue in the future, and other people are going to be assaulted by the same person if that same person still has those anger issues. So it seems like he has anger issues that he needs to address. Otherwise, the same situation could happen in the future. So hopefully Chris Beard actually gets help for his anger issues so that this doesn't happen again. Now, I'm not all caught up on the situation. I don't know if maybe she went back and said, no, actually I was stating the truth in the beginning. He did hurt me. So I don't know if she came back and said, no, that original story was actually true, and the markings would back that up. I haven't been keeping up with it to that extent. This is all I know. All I know is the allegations, the markings, the interview, and then she recanted, and now he's been fired. Everything else, I'm not really sure on. Maybe there's some gaps in this story that I don't understand or that I don't know about. So if you're watching this and you know some other stuff that I haven't stated that can make this make more sense, please, by all means, let me know in the comment section. This is a serious situation. So Chris Beard has been fired from Texas. So, that money is not going to be there. So I'm interested, if she hasn't already, now that the contract is gone, now that that money is gone, I'm interested to see if she goes back and says, well, you know what, that story actually was true. He did hit me. He did put his hands on me. I was just trying to cover up for my husband. I'll be interested to see if that happens. This is a sad situation. I feel bad for her. Like I said earlier, I understand that it's par for the course for the person that's abused to try to cover up for the person that's actually doing the abusing. But, it's still a sad situation. And now Chris Beard has been fired, which that was the right decision by Texas. I mean, there was actual proof. There's a difference between false accusations with no proof and then accusations with proof, but then the person says, no, that actually didn't happen. If there's actual proof, then that tells you it actually did happen. You have to go by the proof, and the proof is showing us that it actually did happen. So I'm just interested to see if she comes back and says, yeah, it actually did happen. But anyways, it's a terrible, terrible situation. Thoughts and prayers for everybody that has gone through domestic abuse. Nobody should have to go through that. But I understand that some people do go through that. And all you can do is hope that they get help and pray for them. That's all you can do. So y'all let me know in the comment section. Number one, if there's some things that I left out that I didn't know about or that I wasn't aware about, please let me know in the comment section so I can make sure to get that part of the story as well. And number two, now that Chris Beard is fired, do you think the wife comes back and says, yeah, that's actually true. He actually did abuse me? That's all I got for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next show.